Hey there, Cape Cod. I'm going to go over a couple of numbers here that in my own zip code 02632, which is in Centerville, Barnstable, to show you kind of what's happening in the current market. Sellers, this is kind of pushed towards you. I want you to kind of take note of this. If you had any inkling or plans or thoughts that you were considering selling in the seller's market right now, to kind of take these into consideration and understand where you might be. So, in just my own zip code here, 02632, you'll see that on the left hand chart here that the active listings are far exceeding the sold listings. So, here, and you can even see that the new listings now, especially since January, has gone above the sold listings. It wasn't always that way in the past 2 or 3 years that you all can probably remember that, if a listing went on, it went off. I mean, it was sold within a matter of seconds. Um, so these are good signs in the market. This means that there's more inventory coming on and hitting the market. Regulate, plateau the ever growing cost of housing, especially here on Cape Cod. However, if you're a seller that's looking to capitalize on top of the market, just saying that maybe you should consider it now. We don't know what these numbers are going to do tomorrow, never mind 6 months from now, never mind a year from now. The sellers could continue to grow in equity. However, well, we can only say what we know right now. The listing prices here, you can kind of see, which is a very unique situation because you have a real heavy jump in the median list price on the actives. However, again, you can kind of see that the solds are below. We had a hot spring that this year, and you can see that the sold numbers are still below what the active and new listings are. Um, However, again, I think that you can see that the listing prices are kind of fluctuating, around their what you can consider kind of plateaued. Go to the next one here. We're going to talk about absorption rate. The absorption rate is essentially the number of sold homes divided by the number of new listings or active listings that are on the market. And it basically gives you a rate in months, what the inventory looks like. No, you can see that a year ago, or almost more than a year ago, that our inventory was less than 2 months. That means that homes were coming on and off the market in less than 2 months. It's jumped up, which is normal for the holidays a little bit here then came back down the spring but it never returned back kind of to where it was into that below 2 month mark, and now has just steadily started increasing. This means that homes are staying on the market longer. It means that buyers are not jumping into something anymore. They are really kind of taking their time. Average days on market, I believe, here on Cape Cod has come to actually about 57 days, which, as most of you know, it wasn't always like that in the past 2 or 3 years. And here, next to it is our sold to list ratio. Obviously, we had a hot spring, so we jumped up very high. However, very quickly, it drops down to, the 96% mark here. Again, this is probably going to continue to decline to the fall season. So again, a good indicator that you may want to consider listing your home. We're going to go to our days on market here. So you'll see that we had and this is kind of trendy with when we have the market kind of comes to a very slow pace in the holidays. However, days on market, as you can see in January, February here, skyrocketed up. We had a real hot spring and then very quickly returned back up. So so you can see that our days on market here, and this is actually averaged throughout Barnstable County, but it reflects very well in this zip code that we're at 57 days. So right around 57 days. So homes are not selling like they used to. I mean, you could see that even through this past time, days on market was under 20. So now we are considerably higher here. And again, our price volume. So we can see basically, the amount that has been sold in this zip code or listed. So you can see that the active list volume, and this is as of yesterday's July 16th. So you can see that the active volume is still up there, so that there's a lot of homes just sitting on the market. The new volume, you can see again, is above the sold volume, which again is an indicator that you should pay attention to. And that sold volume, it very, kind of jumped above for a little bit there, but then is now below again our new list volume. These are very good indicators that the market is kind of slowing. You could see people, you might have agents come up to you and say that, oh, it's still hot. It is still hot. It is still hot comparative to what, in the past, to what it used to be. In the past, a home sitting on the market for 2-3 months is not uncommon. In this past market, it was, and we jumped up, 20-30% equity in 3 years in a lot of these homes. We're starting to see that equity slow. Again, an indicator for sellers. If they do wish to sell, maybe they should hop into it rather quickly. So I'm just going to show you a couple of homes that were sold in the month of June here in 02632 that, usually this list, 5, 6, 7 years ago, this list would have been 2 pages long. But these are the homes now, provided this is from Cape and Islands MLS. If it were included MLS PIN, there'd probably be 2 or 3 more on this list, agents that don't subscribe to the Cape and Islands MLS. However, you can see 14 single-family homes. It doesn't include condos or land. However, 14 single-family homes. That's it. That's all that sold in the month of June in 02632. And you can see those prices. There's a lot of 5s, a lot of low 6s. There's some 3s in there. So yeah, there's a good, plateau. Again, like I said before, we don't know what the market is going to do in the next 3 to 6 months. However, these are good indicators to show us that the market is plateauing, that the inventory is increasing. Buyers are taking their time now, and they're putting in offers below asking, which is an uncommon nowadays. So, and all the contingencies are coming back, your home inspections, which has come back, but your home inspections, your other contingencies, asking for closing costs. So these are something that you do want to take into consideration if you are selling. So if you are considering selling, please feel free to contact me. This is my contact info, 508-241-4100, yourcapecod.com. I'd be happy just to chat with you to give you an idea. You don't need to go with me. I'd be absolutely happy to serve you. However, this is my contact info. So again, if this is great information, please let me know below in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking about the Cape Cod market. If you want to chat about the Cape Cod market, no obligation, or maybe you even want to know what your home is worth, please just reach out. I can kind of send you what the robots, what I call the machines. The machines will give me kind of a price to say, hey, this is what your home might be worth. So give me a call, 508-241-4100. Subscribe and let me know what you think. Thanks.